A radio host and candidate for state representative is under investigation by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission.
There are allegations Hollis Day used his radio show to direct investors to unregistered securities. The feds allege those who followed his advice are out thousands of dollars. The investigative unit and Chris Nakamoto spoke to one of those investors and the candidate.
Hollis Day Jr. is running for state rep, covering a large portion of East Baton Rouge Parish. He prides himself on his conservative stance, but what many in the public don't know are the laws the SEC says he broke. How much money would you say you've lost by Hollis?
Over $25,000 at this point.
Eric Bertolet says he first met Hollis Day Jr. years ago.
He was doing a lot of it
when they both had a radio show together. Tonight he says he's out thousands of dollars and has been working with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission.
I don't know when he started.
Over allegations Hollis Day Jr. crossed the line.
I feel that Hollis should have known that these were unregistered, unlicensed securities, according to the SEC complaint. I'm not a lawyer. That's what the SEC is saying, and I think he should have known that up front. And he never once disclosed that. He claimed it was all up and legal.
This lawsuit, filed last year by the Securities and Exchange Commission, alleges Hollis Day Jr. used his weekly radio show, Sage Money Radio, to reach a larger audience and solicit additional investors. The lawsuit alleges he sold oil and gas securities and made nearly $870,000 in commissions from 2016 until 2020. The feds allege Day violated federal securities laws by participating in the sale of securities not registered with the commission and acted as a broker in the offer and sale despite the fact that he was not registered. The SEC asks a court to disgorge all funds received from Day's illegal conduct, together with prejudgment interest. They are also asking for him to pay a civil penalty.
There's been no investors complaining against me.
Hollis Day Jr. is running to be a state rep for District 66 that covers a large portion of southern East Baton Rouge. He denies any wrongdoing and says the feds are coming after him.
There's been a mass, in my opinion, the last couple of years, weaponization of the federal government.
Due to his conservative stances on things.
There's a lot of things lately that the federal government has claimed that are not true.
This document says that you made $869,000 off of that. Is it not?
Yeah, it wasn't quite that high. It was a lot of money I made. I was a salaried employee, 1099 money, so that money, you know, that didn't all go in my pocket. There's taxes and expenses to be paid as well.
But it says that you made that amount in commissions, and of course you'd have to pay taxes on that because that's income, but it says you made $869,796. That's a pretty specific amount for the feds to make up.
No, they didn't make it up. They're just off a little bit.
Okay.
And so I sell life insurance too. I get paid a commission when I sell life insurance. I didn't get paid commissions doing that.
But the feds disagree and say he did make commissions on oil and gas securities, and they were tracking it. Day says, despite what the feds allege,
mad that this happened.
He plans on fighting their allegations to the bitter end.
Chris, would you admit to something that you didn't do? I mean, someone who admits to something that they didn't do is not a person of principle. And that's not who I am.
For investors who say they were duped by Day, they don't think this is a good look.
Louisiana is world known as having crooked politicians and not that Hollis is, but I think he should settle this and move on before he runs for office. I don't think conservatism or politicians need that name of someone going through such litigation, serious litigation as this, and trying to fight it, try to sidestep it while using the money he made doing what's in the SEC, but almost $1 million, less than $900,000, to buy a House seat.
The lawsuit was filed last year and remains pending in the federal court in the Eastern District. 3 other parties named with Day by the SEC settled their issues with them. For the investigative unit, I'm Chris Nakamoto.